is class 9 video. Here in this video, question answer chapter 1 to 15. All chapters question answers are present in this video. But before watching this video, this is my novel and humble suggestion to my noble and humble viewer: subscribe my channel SK Singh Bikramganj. Basic question answer. Chapter 1, Matter in our surroundings. Which of the following are matter? Question is, which of the following are matter? Chair, air, a smell, almonds, cold drink, and a smell of perfume are matter. Question number 2, give reasons. The rate of diffusion of hot gases is much faster. The rate of diffusion of hot gases is much faster than the rate of diffusion of cold gases released by the cold food. What is the question? Give reasons for the following observation. The smell of hot sizzling food reaches you several meters away, but to get the smell from cold food you have to go close. Answer I have already discussed. Now question 3. A diver is able to cut through water in a swimming pool. Which property of matter does this observation show? Answer is, a diver is able to cut through water in a swimming pool. Which property of matter does this observation show? This is question. There is a quite strong force of attraction between the particles of a liquid which holds them together, but the force is not strong enough to hold the particles of the liquid in fixed position. So, by applying greater force, a diver is able to overcome the force of attraction present among the particles of water and hence cut through water in the swimming pool. This is the answer of this question. Anyone want to write answer of this question? They may pause the video and they are able to write. Characteristics of the particles of matter: very small, have a space, constantly moving, attract one another. Question is, the mass per unit volume of a substance is called density. Arrange the following in order of increasing density: air, exhaust from chimney, honey, water, chalk, cotton and iron. Answer is air, exhaust from chimney, cotton, water, honey, chalk, iron, the order of increasing densities. Next question. Tabulate the differences in the characteristics of states of matter. Solid, fixed shape and volume. It cannot be compressed. High densities do not fill container. Heavy, not flow. Liquid, not fixed shape but definite volume. Not compressed, much less dense than solids. Not fill container, completely flow easily. Gases neither definite shape nor definite volume, compressed easily, very low densities. Gases fix container easily and flow easily. Question 3. Give reasons. A gas fills completely the vessel in which it is kept. Next question. A gas exerts pressure on the walls of the container. A wooden table should be called a solid. We can easily move our hand in air, but to do the same through a solid block of wood, we need a karate expert. Answer first A. A gas have high kinetic energy. Due to this, constantly moving in all directions and fill completely. Due to high kinetic energy, moves with high speeds, thus the pressure exerted by gas is due to the constant collisions of the fast moving gas particles against the inner walls of the container. Next answer. A wooden table is solid. It is a rigid object having a definite shape and a definite volume. Air is a gas. The extremely weak forces between particles of air can be overcome easily, due to which we can easily move our hand in air. While blocks of wood are very closely packed, it needs a medium. 4. Liquids generally have lower density as compared to solids, but you must have observed that ice floats on water. Find out why. What is the answer? When water freezes to form ice, then empty spaces are formed, giving a cage-like structure. Cage-like structure. Because of greater volume, the density of ice decreases, so ice floats on water. Convert the following temperature to Celsius scale. Temperature on Kelvin scale, temperature on Celsius scale, temperature on Celsius scale. Question 2. What is the physical state of water at gaseous state and liquid state, and as well as gaseous state? Here at 100 degrees Celsius, water changes into its gaseous state. Third, for any substance, why does the temperature remain constant during the change of state? It is so because the heat supplied during the change of state does not increase the kinetic energy of the substance, and so rise in temperature takes place. Fourth number question. Suggest a method to liquefy atmospheric gases by applying pressure and lowering temperature. Page 10. Question is, why does a dessert cooler cool better on a hot, dry day? It is due to the evaporation of water. Here rate of evaporation is increased, so a dessert room cooler cools better. Next question. How does the water kept in an earthen pot become cool during summer? It contains a large number of extremely small pores in its wall. Water which is kept in earthen pot evaporates by taking the latent heat of vaporization, so the earthen pot gets cooled. Question 3. Why does our palm feel cold when we put some acetone or petrol or perfume on it? Here these materials evaporate and palm feels cold. These materials require latent heat of vaporization. Now next question. Why are we able to sip hot tea or milk faster than a saucer rather than a cup? Here it depends on area of the container. It will depend on area of the container. Yes, saucer has a large area in comparison to a cup. In large area, evaporation is faster, so we are able to sip hot tea or milk faster from a soaker than a cup. Fifth number. What type of clothes should we wear in summer? The cotton clothes are good absorber of sweat. The evaporation of sweat from cotton clothes takes the latent heat of vaporization from our skin. Pause the video and you are able to write answer. Convert the following temperature to the Celsius scale: 293 Kelvin, 470 Kelvin. 293 minus 273, 20 degrees Celsius. 470 minus 273, 197 degrees Celsius. Convert the following temperatures to the Kelvin scale: 25 degrees Celsius, 373 degrees Celsius. Answer is here. Give reasons for the following observations. Naphthalene balls disappear with time without leaving any as solid. Naphthalene can undergo sublimation, hence they disappear. We can get the smell of perfume sitting several meters away. It is due to diffusion. The perfume vapors move very rapidly in all directions in air, mix up with air particles and spread in the air, so we can smell the perfume. 4 number. Arrange the following substances: oxygen, water, sugar. 5. What is the physical state of water? Liquid, either a solid or a liquid, either a liquid or a gas. 6. Give reasons to justify: fixed volume and shape. Fixed shape and volume. Water at room temperature is a liquid and iron alumina is a solid at room temperature. Why is question 7? Why is ice at 273 Kelvin more effective in cooling than water at the same temperature? Because for melting each kilogram of ice takes 3.34 into 10 to the power 5 joules of its latent heat from that substance, and hence cools the substance more effectively. On the other hand, water at the same temperature of 0 degrees Celsius cannot take away any such latent heat and so does not cool it more effectively. Question number 8. What produces more severe burns, boiling water or steam? Changing water into steam, water absorbs latent heat of vaporization. Since steam gives out much more heat than boiling water, it causes more severe burns. Here question number 9. Name A, B, C, D and E. A, B, C, D, E and F. A is melting or fusion. B is vaporization or boiling. C is condensation. D is freezing. E is sublimation. F is sublimation. This is the answer of chapter 1. Now chapter number 2. Here U force, medium U force. Instead of medium you should write U force. UHUGE force. Now chapter 2. Is matter around us pure? What is the meant by a pure substance? Question is, what is meant by a pure substance? A substance that has a fixed chemical composition throughout is called a pure substance, such as water, air and nitrogen. A pure substance does not have to be of single element or compound. List the points of difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture generally have a uniform composition throughout the mixture. The whole mixture is in the same phase. Heterogeneous mixture. Mixture have composition which may vary from point to point. Substances can be of two phases and layers may separate. Differentiate between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture with examples. Anyone want to write, they may pause the video and they are able to write answer of this question. Homogeneous examples: alloys, sugar solutions in water. Heterogeneous example: sand and water mixtures. How are solution and suspension different from each other? Solution: sol, SOL, sol. How are sol, 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 solution and suspension different from each other? Listen carefully. Sol is formed when solid is dispersed in the liquid. Example: gel, blood, paint, etc. These are sol. Solution: a solution is a homogeneous mixture of one or more solutes dissolved in a solvent. Solvent: the substance in which a solute dissolved to produce a homogeneous mixture. Water is a universal solvent. Solute: the substance that dissolve in a solvent to produce a homogeneous mixture. Example: sugar and salt. Example: a solution of sugar in water is a solid in liquid solution. In this solution, sugar is the solid and water is the solvent. Concentration of solution. Now, here is some formula. Concentration of solution: amount of solute by amount of solution. Try to learn these things. Or amount of solute by amount of solvent. Mass by mass percentage of solution. Mass of solute by mass of solution into 100. Simply, mass by volume percentage of a solution is equal to mass of solute by volume of solution into 100. Suspension: it is a heterogeneous mixture in which the solid particles are spaced throughout the liquids without dissolving in it. Example: muddy pond water, smoke coming out of a chimney, etc. To make a saturated solution, 36 gram of sodium chloride is dissolved in 100 gram of water at 293 Kelvin. Find its concentration and at this temperature. Mass of solute NaCl 36 gram. Mass of solvent H2O 100 gram. Mass of solution, mass of solute plus mass of solvent, 36 plus 100, 136 gram. Concentration of solution: mass of solute by mass of solution into 100, 36 by 136 into 100. It will give the result 26.47%. Classify the following as chemical or physical changes: cutting of trees, chemical; melting of butter in a pan, physical; rusting of almirah, chemical. Boiling of water to form steam, physical changes; passing of electric current through water and the water breaking down into hydrogen and oxygen gases, chemical change; dissolving common salts in water, physical change; making a fruit salad with raw fruits and physical change; burning of paper and wood, chemical change. Try suggesting the things around you as pure substance or mixtures. Pure substance: sodium chloride, steam, graphite, baking soda. Mixture: air, steel, wood, salt solution, sugar solution. Name the technique to separate butter from curd: centrifugation. Salt from seawater, evaporation. Camphor from salt, sublimation. What type of mixture are separated by the technique of crystallization? Crystallization is used to separate a solid liquid mixture. When a solid is dissolved in a liquid, it can be separated from the mixture by evaporation, the mixture that leaves behind crystal of the solids. How will you separate a mixture containing kerosene and petrol which are miscible with each other? This is important question. A mixture of two miscible liquids containing kerosene and petrol can be separated by the method of distillation because kerosene and petrol do not decompose on heating and the difference in their boiling points is sufficiently high. While separation techniques will you apply for the separation of the following? Which separation techniques will you apply for the separation of the following? A sodium chloride from its solution in water, evaporation. Ammonium chloride from a mixture containing sodium chloride and ammonium chloride, sublimation. Small pieces of metal in the engine oil of a car, filtration. Different pigments from an extract of flower petals, chromatography. Butter from curd, centrifugation. Oil from water, separating funnel. Tea leaves from tea, filtration. Iron pins from sand, magnetic separation. Wheat grains from husk, winnowing. Fine mud particles suspended in water, loading. Write the steps you would use for making tea. Use the words solution, solvent, solute, dissolve, solute, insoluble, filtrate and residue. Taken a cup of water. As solvent and heated it for few minutes. When solvent boiled, added solutes to a leaves, sugar. Now again boiled the solution. Color of tea leaves turned into solution as filtrate. The remained tea leaves as residue. Now filtered the solution. Pragya tested the solubility of three different substances at different temperature and collected the data as given below. Substances dissolved solubility. Potassium nitrate, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, ammonium chloride. What mass of potassium nitrate would be needed to produce a saturated solution of potassium nitrate in 50 grams of water at 313 Kelvin? Pragya makes a saturated solution of potassium chloride in water and at 353 Kelvin and leaves the solution to cool at room temperature. What would she observe as the solution cools? Explain. Find the solubility of each salt at 293 Kelvin. Which salt has the highest solubility at this temperature? What is the effect of change of temperature on the solubility of a salt? A 62 by 100 into 50, 31 gram. When a saturated solution of potassium chloride at 353 Kelvin is left to cool, then solid KCl will separate out from the solution. At 293 Kelvin, solubility is 32, 36, 35, 37. Solubility is highest of ammonium chloride. Solubility of a salt increases on increasing the temperature from data. Explain the following, giving examples. Saturated solution. A solution in water no more soluble solute can be dissolved without raising temperature is called saturated solution. Example, 36 gram of solute in 100 gram of water at 20 degrees Celsius. Pure substance, the substances that are made up of only one type of particles are called pure substances. For example, salt and water. Colloid. It is a heterogeneous mixture in which the size of solid particles lies between the size of particles of a solution and suspension and which shows Tyndall effects. Example, milk and blood. Milk and blood. Suspension. Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture of small particles of solid in liquid, example muddy water and flour in water. Homogeneous: soda water, air, vinegar and filtered tea. Heterogeneous mixture, wood, soil. How do you confirm that a colorless liquid given to you is pure water? We should evaporate the colorless liquid on a low flame. If no residue is left and boiling strictly at 100 degrees Celsius, then it is a pure water. Pure substances are ice, iron, calcium oxide and mercury, and rest are impure. Mixture: seawater, air and soda water. So Tyndall effect: milk and a starch solution is showing Tyndall effect. A starch solution. Elements: sodium, silver, Sn, silicon. Compounds: CaCO3, soap, CH4CO2. CH4 means methane. Mixture: soil, sugar solution, coal, air and blood. CH4, name of CH4 is CH4 methane. Chemical changes: growth of a plant, rusting of iron, cooking of food, digestion of food and burning of candle. Chapter 3: Atoms and Molecules. Define the atomic mass unit. It is important thing. A unit of mass used to express atomic and molecular weights equal to 1/12 of the mass of an atom of carbon-12. It is 7th basic units. Why is it not possible to see an atom with naked eyes? Question: why is it not possible to see an atom with naked eyes? The atom of an element does not exist independently. The size of an atom is very small, but that is, it is not possible to see it with naked eyes. In a reaction, 5.3 gram of solution sodium carbonate reacted with 6 gram of ethanoic acid. The products are 2.2 gram of CO2, 0.9 gram water and 8.2 gram of sodium ethanoate, so that these observations are in agreement with the law of conservation of mass. Sodium carbonate plus ethanoic acid, sodium ethanoate plus carbon dioxide plus H2O. Sodium carbonate plus ethanoic acid, you should add 11.3 gram. Sodium ethanoate 11.3 grams. So mass of reactants is equal to the mass of main thing of products, so it obeys the law of conservation of mass. Hydrogen and oxygen combine in the ratio of 1:8 by mass to form water. What mass of oxygen gas would be required to react completely with 3 gram of hydrogen gas? Ratio of combination is 1:8. 1 gram of hydrogen gas requires 8 gram of oxygen gas. So 3 gram of hydrogen gas, 24 gram of oxygen gas. Which postulates of Dalton's atomic theory is the result of the law of conservation of mass? The postulate that atoms can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction is the result of the law of conservation of mass. Which postulates of Dalton's atomic theory can explain the law of indefinite proportion? Atoms of different elements combine in fixed ratios to form compounds results from the law of definite proportions. Write down the formulae. Sodium oxide Na2O, aluminum chloride AlCl3, sodium sulfide Na2S, magnesium hydroxide MgOH whole 2. Here we should Read MgOH whole 2. Write down the names of compounds represented by the following formulae. Al2SO4 whole cube, aluminum sulfate. CaCl2 calcium chloride. K2SO4 potassium sulfate. KNO3 potassium nitrate. CaCO3 calcium carbonate. How many atoms are present in a H2O molecule? PO4 3 minus ion 3 5. What is meant by the term chemical formula? The chemical formula of a compound is a symbolic representation of its composition. Calculate the molecular mass of H2O2, Cl2, CO2, CH4, C2, H6, C2H4, NH3 and CH3OH. Simply H2 2 into 1 2U and O2. Atomic weight, atomic mass of oxygen is 16, 2 into 16 32, like this. Calculate the formula unit masses of ZNO, Na2O, K2CO3. If 1 mole of carbon atoms weighs 12 grams, what is the mass C in gram? What is the mass in grams of 1 atom of carbon? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of carbon have mass 12 gram. 1 atom of carbon 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram. Which has more number of atoms, 100 grams of sodium or 100 grams of iron? Mole of Na 100 by 23, mole of Fe 100 by 56, 1.7678. So sodium has more moles. A 0.24 gram sample of compounds of oxygen and boron was found by analysis to contain 0.096 gram of boron and 0.144 gram of oxygen. Calculate the percentage composition of the compound by weight. Percentage of boron. Percentage of oxygen 60%. When 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 8 gram of oxygen, 11 gram of carbon dioxide is produced. What mass of carbon dioxide will be formed when 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 50 gram of oxygen? Which law of chemical combination will govern your answer? Reaction satisfies the law of definite proportions. What are polyatomic ions? Give examples. A polyatomic ion is a group of more than one atoms carrying a charge. Write the chemical formula of the following: magnesium chloride MgCl2, calcium oxide CaO, copper nitrate CuNO3 whole 2, aluminum chloride AlCl3, calcium carbonate CaCO3. Give the names of the elements present in the following compounds: quicklime CaO, calcium and oxygen, hydrogen bromide HBr, hydrogen and bromine, baking powder NaSCO3, sodium, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen, potassium sulfate K2SO4, potassium, sulfur and oxygen. Simply write the name of element. Calculate the molar mass of the following substances: ethane C2H2, sulfur, phosphorus molecule. What is the mass of 1 mole of nitrogen atoms? Convert into mole. Calculate the number of molecules of sulfur present in 16 gram of solid sulfur. Calculate the number of aluminum ions present in 0.051 gram of aluminum oxide. Now chapter number 4, structure of the atom. What are canal rays? Canal rays are a beam of positive ions that are created by certain type of gas discharge tube. If an atom contains one electron and one proton, will it carry any charge or not? If an atom carries one electron and one proton, it will not carry any charge, hence it will have a neutral charge. You may pause the video and you are able to write answer of all these questions. You may pause the video and you are able to write question answer. This is the answer of chapter motion. Now pause the video and you are able to write question answer. one extra question.
Miguel.
As you are seeing, there is answer of chapter 15. This is the last chapter of class 9. You may pause the video and you are able to write. Here, capture fishing, obtaining fishes from natural resources. I hope you are enjoying with this video. Here there is some suggestion to my viewer. Pause the video and you are able to write answer of any question. Now next thing, this is my noble and humble submission to my noble and humble viewer. Subscribe my channel SK Singh Bikramganj for science, computer, mathematics and yoga videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.